Hi there, my name is Gabriela, and I have the pleasure of serving as the Houston Symphony's composer in residence. Right now, I'm talking to you from my home in California. I'm not actually in Houston. I'm going to be talking to you this morning about a piece that the orchestra is going to be playing very soon. And this is a piece called La Llorona, which is a tone poem for viola and orchestra. A tone poem is a piece that is very descriptive, usually based on a story, and wants the audience and the listeners to imagine the story as they are listening to the music. La Llorona means the crying woman or the weeping woman. And there are many different types of Llorona myth all through Latin America. And I kind of make up my own by using a little bit from one country and a little bit of another country to tell a story using a solo viola player. That's going to be the symphony player named Wayne Brooks from Houston Symphony, who is embodying the crying woman. He is the crying woman throughout the entire story. The story is in 7 parts, and it's a bit of a sad story. It begins with the ghost of a woman who had died unwillingly. And in the very first scene, she is at the riverbanks and it's nighttime. And she hasn't quite crossed over into her new being, going from being a living woman to a ghost. So she is in a supernatural sleep or fog or a slumber. And she is floating above the river. And you hear the sound of a giant anaconda snake that is winding along the river, and the trees are bending into her, and there are a lot of stars. Then, as the forest wakes up, so does she. We go into the second movement now. And in this movement, which is called awakening, she wakes up and she can see herself, but she can see right through herself. And she realizes that she's not alive, that she is a ghost if she is transparent in this way. She becomes frightened and she starts running through the forest crazy, like a crazy woman. And the forest leaning towards her, the trees are coming in and the branches turn into hands that they reach towards her and they come back. And the music is very fast and it kind of reflects her crazy state of mind. This only ends when we get to the fourth movement. And she stumbles upon a forest scene of chulpas. This is called the Danza del Chulpas. And the chulpa is a type of ghost that is shaped like a mummy bent over, and they have a funny kind of limp. And she watches them do a funny little dance for her. And she realizes, yeah, she must be dead because only dead people or ghosts can see chulpas. In the next scene is a very beautiful scene. The moon comes out, and it's called Canto de la Luna, the song of the moon. And the moon is very kind and full of compassion and talks to the Llorona and tells the Llorona, listen, you're not alive anymore. This is your new reality. And as she talks, her moon rays come down to the Llorona and the words tumble along the rays. That's how she speaks to her. The Llorona seems to be taking it in, but then refuses and starts running again. And when she runs, the music comes back and is very fast again. And it only ends. This time, she stumbles onto another scene and it's the river again where it all began. And she becomes part of the forest and she becomes dark and luminous like the forest again. So you can see this is a piece that is about acceptance of your new reality. It's a little bit sad, but there's something kind of beautiful about it too. And it's very important to me as a composer that I don't have all the answers for what instruments might mean in the music. You might hear a flute, you might hear marimba, and maybe for you that means a certain character or a certain scene. One of the greatest compliments that I can receive as a composer is when I make an audience member feel some emotion or see some sort of picture.